Hello and welcome to another episode of Henry Recommends, the show where I, Disregarding Henry, recommend to you movies that I like and that you might like too. In this episode, I'd like to recommend Trey Edward Shults' stunning horror masterwork, It Comes at Night. One of the few movies that could actually use the same exact title for its own porn parody. After a deadly and highly contagious disease has devastated the human population and crumbled society, one family quietly fights for survival in a single isolated house in the woods. When their domain is invaded by another family of strangers, it forces some difficult decisions to be made. Do they take this family in? Do they risk their own survival to help others? Can these strangers even be trusted? Are they hiding something? Are they infected? Or are they just another family struggling to survive? And what about this disease? What caused it? What has it done to the outside world? Why doesn't anyone go out at night? What exactly is lurking out there in the woods? The answers to these and many other questions are kept tantalizingly ambiguous. This movie, in conveying its scares and its characterizations, relies on subtlety, subtext, and suggestion. It's a slow-burning tour de force of oppressive atmosphere, brooding terror, and relentless tension. The story is not concerned with monsters or diseases. It's concerned with people, their fears, their suspicions, their paranoia, the choices they make, and the consequences they create. I loved this movie. I was utterly mesmerized by it. It genuinely scared me and it deeply moved me, something you don't often expect from a horror film. The performances by Joel Edgerton, Christopher Abbott, Carmen Eogo, Riley Keough, and newcomer Kelvin Harrison Jr. do such an exceptional job of bringing these characters to life, making them real and believable, and making you understand their actions, both right and wrong, that by the time the climax arrives, it becomes more heartbreakingly tragic than scary. Incredibly, this is only director Shults' second feature, following his micro-budget debut, Krisha. Before that, he had worked as an intern on some of the recent films of Terrence Malick and Jeff Nichols. Both as a writer and director, he demonstrates a confidence here, a precision, a control, a vision that is so fully formed, it's nothing short of astounding. He utilizes long takes, minimal editing, and shifting aspect ratios to build an unforgettably palpable sense of dread. Like Krisha, this film too did not cost very much, only a couple $1 million, but you'd never guess looking at it on screen. The cinematography, the production design, the sound design are all superb. The story also came from an incredibly personal place. Shults apparently wrote the film only days after the death of his father, and that very real pain profoundly informs the tone of the finished product. I think what this movie is really about is the fear of loss, the fear of losing what is most important to you. In this case, family. That is the nightmare that threatens to invade at any moment. That is what these characters are trying to hide from. It Comes at Night is not currently streaming, but it should be available on the VOD platform of your choice, and I'd say it deserves comparison with some of the finest horror films ever made. Night of the Living Dead, The Shining, Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist. It's really that good. That's why Henry recommends It Comes at Night. Sayonara.